Last one, I think, counting the North Atlantic Conference, this is number 32. And so just excited to be there with this group of kids who've battled the COVID and, missing a couple who, are still sick and won't compete. But, looking at us to maintain where we've been, we're solid in the throws with Zach Astle and Josh Hoffman and Pat Brogioli and that group. We're solid in the middle distances. Jamie Wilkes and Maddie Adams, you know, Aiden Ahern. And then, Steeple, we've got Nico Seville Connolly and Aiden Sullivan. And we've got we'll put together good relays. The jump should be solid with Nate Hobbs after a big weekend last weekend. And the other guys will be very competitive as well. So, Emmanuel Nkuku and Ryan Dutiel. Uh, for some of the seniors, this is their last go around, and they're excited for it. And weather looks reasonably good Saturday, better on Sunday. Depends on the wind coming off the parking garage. George Davis meet went great. And, we told Gary and them that the new track surface is hard, but it should be. It's brand new. But it's better than the holes that they had, as Gary and them said. So the facility is a nice little facility and can handle this meet quite well with dual runways and if you wanted, you could throw two shots at the same time and stuff like that. Their only dilemma is the javelin and the hammer run side and discus run side by side, so that stretches out the length of the meet. But it with the schedule for the weekend, it should work reasonably well. They've got it divided up nicely, which includes the multi-event kids sliding in there somewhere. So we always have a plan, and that's to try to stay at the seed. Whatever you go in seeded at, to either go in, say, Nate Hobbs and I were talking this morning. If he went in with his 24:10 and a half, we'd like to jump that this weekend. We don't need to jump 26 feet. Just come back and jump that same distance. Zach Astle would like to go a little bit farther in the shot. He's been 57. We'd like to get to 58. In the hammers, Zach would like to go well. Josh Hoffman's a freshman. How much pressure is he going to handle with the discus? But if he could come in and throw his 49-meter throw, he's scoring. So I think people sometimes lose the concept that there's 8 scoring spots, less than swimming. But to me, 6, 7, and 8, if you got 3 of those, you end up with like 6 points per event. You'd have 114 points on the day if you scored it all day. So you'd like to have a mix. Albany's got all these big guns, and they're just the legitimate team. Lowell's very, very good. And, and looking at some people say, why do track coaches run meets? Because most of the time they score it before they get there, and they know what the hell's going on. I look at Binghamton, and UMBC will be solid. Hartford has some really good kids. So, with Terrell in 2 jumps, and then their throwers were really good last week. And they've come around a long way. And then New Jersey Institute, I have no idea. I checked them out on TIFAs. And, when you get here at the America East Conference, you're hoping your kids will step in and not try to go crazy. Just do what you've been doing. Give it a little bit better. Don't try to, break the world record. And so that's what we're doing. Try to score as many points in the events that we have people in. And then I've got a couple kids in, and, they deserve to be there. It's the biggest meet of the year. When people say, well, in championship meets, you shouldn't put those kids in. Well, with COVID, I think there's a situation where you really need to put some kids in. They've worked their butt off for over a year. So if you've got a spot on the bus or a spot at the meet, give that junior or senior an opportunity. They may never get it next year. Who knows what's going to happen? So very excited about the kids that we're bringing, and they've really done a good job as a team at each meet. I mean, last week I felt it was just simply wonderful. Beautiful weather. we could get that Saturday instead of the 30-mile-an-hour wind, it would be wonderful. But Sunday, when all the finals are going, weather looks really good. I mean, if I reminisce, and you get in trouble forgetting a group, but I believe that one of the favorite meets of all time was us hosting here America East. Not sure what year. I should be able to figure it out. We were a runner up to Albany, and the meet came down to the relay, and we lost by 3.5 points. So it changed with the long jump and the relays, and our kids really did a nice job. And then a meet at Albany where Hop had to remind me that we left that meet and we had 5 individual champions and a relay champion. He said, "You won 6 events. What your kids did? What are you crying about?" I said, "We should have been better all over," because I've always had the team concept. And indoors, we had a meet where we scored in every event, or at least one spot, maybe 2. And those are when it comes together and those kids are battling for that 7 and 8, it becomes as important as having some stud. We'll have our conference champions this weekend, and then we'll have kids battling for their spots, and that's all you can do. But it's a great meet. We're using the long jump the other day. We were talking. There's like really 4 guys who've jumped 24 feet or better, maybe 5. So that's a premier event for the conference. Steeple is very good in the conference. Mile 2 Stony Brook distance runners are outstanding. So it's going to be a fun meet, and no spectators is tough, but it's going to be the way it is. So they've had it all year. They'll be fine.